Hello and welcome to our inaugural stream here. This is a playtest of a game I wrote. Where it's a Powered by the Apocalypse game where you are playing a kid and their monster companion. So this is stuff for like Pokemon, Monster Rancher, little bits of other ones like Metabots. Like I have theorized at points you could play Shaman King with this. That gets a little weirder, but it's still in the cards. But we're going to be playing a Digimon game. So, since this is the first time in a long time that we've streamed on Twitch, welcome. Welcome to Tales Across. We're a bunch of RPG and anime nerds. If you didn't guess from the amount of Kingdom Hearts and Digimon plushies in the background here. What's the matter?
We're showing.
Oh, okay. Yes, we have a little plushie pile here. Trademark pending. Not really. Anyways, I probably should introduce who we are, though. I'm Thomas. I'm the game master, and I'm joined by Crystal and Kitsune.
Hi.
I'm also joined by Mistral, who's sitting next to me on a different camera, but I should probably actually look at the feed to know where okay, so there, that camera. I'm also joined by R.A. Wolf. Down that way.
Yeah, I'm somewhere.
And last but not least, Radical Dishonesty, who is straight below in the middle.
The only one without the plushies.
That's right.
So obviously we need to buy
does
Radical a plushie.
Or I could just make him one and send it to him.
Yes.
Make him his what does he have again? A Volvomon?
Vorvomon, yeah.
I can speak. English is
To be-
my first language,
to be
I
fair,
promise.
To be fair, I don't think
It'll be
Vorvomon is
cuddliest.
English.
I just make him a giant ball like Gabumon. It'd be easy.
Yeah, it'll be the softest monster made literally out of stone in existence.
So, anyways,
You know I have to do this, right?
I do not know that, but okay.
she has poor
They
plushie
do.
control.
He has poor plush control.
Yes.
So do I. I also have poor plush control.
Yes, but you don't make your plushies. Which
I
is, I
make
think, is
mine.
honestly for the best in the long run.
How many
'Cause
plushies would you have if she made all of her plushies?
God.
We would have the plushie equivalent of a ball pit.
I do want to start making plushies, but I'm a little scared too, just because I'm scared I'd have too many.
Yeah. All right, but anyways,
Moving on.
So if you have, if you is just tuning into this, we also have a YouTube channel, Tales Across Time and Space. This is where we actually have a little prelude uploaded up there. Like, we literally did not roll a single die, but that was just kind of us setting up this scene here. So, no, feel free to keep watching us because stuff will get referred to, but mostly it was just a lot of exposition, a lot of it. Like,
Just
so
go
much.
out and watch that one after this one.
Yeah, it will
That way
kind
you
of.
get the full story.
Yeah,
We need to find my Terriermon at some point.
we found it the other day.
Yeah, I don't know what
Too
happened
much
to
Digimon
it.
plushies.
I have a lot.
Never
of them.
enough.
I
Never
have
enough.
a lot of them.
But anyways,
I'm just being a little monster. Don't mind me.
I have another one that's going to be coming because I allow myself to order one nice gift for myself a week. I bought like a $15 Diaramon.
okay,
It looked really cute.
okay.
Moving on.
It's $15.
I'm trying to start the game.
Okay.
I was just say,
This
game
is not
first, conversation later.
This is not Plushies Anonymous.
So I
Maybe
may
it should be.
I should probably be in Plushies Anonymous though.
All right, so let me give a quick recap here. Of the there's also going to be, or eventually going to upload the CC session as well. So, you guys met, and you guys this game takes place, if you're familiar with Digimon, in the middle, just after the Digimon Emperor fell in Digimon Adventure 2 or Season 2, depending on
After the movie. Right after
Yeah,
the movie.
basically this takes place just after the last part of the American Digimon movie, or if you're more familiar with the Japanese, Hurricane Touchdown. So, basically, their characters, Oh, before we get too into the recap, why don't you guys all introduce your characters and who you will be playing?
Yes.
Before I
That's
get
what I
the
was
recap.
expecting when it came to introducing all the people. It's like you're.
But
supposed to-
then, no,
we
she
didn't,
just didn't. And so I just went with it.
It didn't work out that way, but we can do it in the
Mhm.
next
Right.
time. It's
So-
introductory
Fine,
stuff.
we'll figure it out.
Yep.
Um,
Brad, why don't we do it in reverse order? Introduce the human you're playing, and then we'll go through everyone who's just human, and then we'll do it again in reverse. Introduce the partner of the humans you will be playing as well. So,
Wait,
Okay.
So do you want us-
Wait, do you want us to introduce our partners, or do you want us to introduce the partners we're actually playing?
Okay, first thing through, we're going to introduce the tamers. Then we're going to go back in reverse order, and everyone's going to introduce the partner of another player that you will be playing.
Okay, that's what I was
Pretty much the
asking.
partner we're voicing.
All right, so go ahead, Red. Who are you playing, and what playbook will we be using?
I'll be playing Travis the Adrift. If this is the first time, should we sort of
Yeah, just give a
ballpark
little, like
Little blurb.
whatever you want. What do you feel is
the
relevant?
Drift playbook is about having the character that no longer is like whatever they had that kept them stable and comfortable, they're taken away from it. Travis is a 13-year-old, I think.
Yeah, I
who
think
is,
we decided on 13.
That he was between there.
13-year-old who,
Everyone.
Hold on. Is
I
a
may wanna get
13-year-old
myself some more soup.
wound up.
I'll do it after introductions.
You can do it while he's in.
Okay.
Yeah, Travis is a 13-year-old who wound up. The whole Digimon thing happened, and
I don't like leftovers.
it basically
so.
can't really fit in with what he used to anymore. So
Yeah, if I remember, basically some events happened in your hometown, and you actually, your parents decided because of those, not necessarily thinking you were part of them, but because of the kind of the disaster stuff, they decided to move to a different town, and that kind of uprooted you from your existing life. And
They wanted you to be safe, I think is probably the direction that would go.
probably, but my character, who really cared about sort of the status at his school, absolutely lost all of that, and it's been a rocky start in the new town. So
Oh.
yeah, also I should
Especially
give a
after
little.
what just happened.
I mean, that's the thing. That's what made it rocky.
Yeah.
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 Also, I should probably give a little introduction on this setting. This game is taking place in a small town in England. I think we have a name somewhere, but damn if I can remember off the top of my head. I really
That's why
should.
we take notes.
I should have really listened this morning, but I was too busy coding the overlay for masks for our mask game,
That's okay.
which is
That's okay.
really going to look phenomenal. I would do it for this game, but the rules are going to change. Like, this is a playtest. I am going to change rules. So I
That's
do
fine.
not want to do
Don't
that.
worry about Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool
Who's
job,
next?
Brad.
Me?
Yep, you're next.
So I am playing a 14-year-old female named Kendallin. She actually grew up with the original Digidestins and is one of the original Digidestin. Not going to get too far into that because I guess I like leaving surprises.
Yeah.
But I am playing the chosen playbook, which is you're chosen by a higher power to help or assist or whatever is going on to try and fix whatever this higher power found. I guess is the way I'd
Basically,
describe
you're chosen for a purpose, and you have to deal with. Okay, like the
Yeah,
purpose is
consequence.
a good thing to do, but you have to deal with basically like what what chose you's wants and desires for how you do it.
Yeah, and then this
Exactly.
isn't the first time that she has been, tossed into a Digiworld situation. She, like I said, she was an original Digidestined. She was chosen for Frontier, so she technically also has a spirit, but that's not real super into play. So yeah, she's not happy about it, but she's along for the ride.
All right, Mistral.
Okay, I am playing Corey, who is a 12-year-old boy using the Paradox playbook, which is one about about not getting along with your Digimon. He grew up as a close friend of Willis, or depending on which translation, whether you use dub or sub, Wallace. From Hurricane Touchdown and the questionable raising that involves.
So many plane crashes. So many.
No
That's all I'm giving you. That's all I'm giving you.
So, running across the entire U.S. and Pokemon involved.
You know, like it's traditional, raised in a traditional home.
Really?
For carnies.
Yeah, stowing away on everything under the sun, running away from crazy Digimon, just the regular.
Details.
Yeah.
Details.
Alright. Are you ready to...
Swallow.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. Hi, I'm Crystalline Kitsune, which we already did that.
Yeah.
And I am playing Tawny, who is the Maverick. And she is a 12-year-old angry small bean.
Yeah. Not the thing you would normally associate with small beans.
No, that's something I would use.
She's got a real
Continue.
Napoleon
She's
complex.
like Edward Elric.
Yeah.
Or a Chihuahua! She's like Ed.
That's right, I love you, a Chihuahua.
Yep.
She's gonna get called that by someone who I am anticipating her punching.
Yeah. Anyway,
So
so
now that I think about it, it's accurate.
so
It is accurate. It's a problem.
she's been a Digidestin for a while. She was part of
fun
the...
fact I'll toss in there. Kendallin and Tawny were actually Digidestins at the same time during season 1.
Yeah. So she's been part of the group. She was part of the adventure group, and now she's also been part of the O2 group. So yeah, so this whole thing is it's just been kind of continuous. It's just like, okay, I just got sidetracked and stuck me with doing something else.
Yeah.
But, so she's not exactly, I mean, she's a little annoyed about the fact that, this isn't with her specific team and everything. She's kind of got thrown away from her team and is now stuck here with these ones. And,
At least
also,
one of them she knows.
Yeah, at least one of them she knows. She knows 2 of them, actually, technically.
That's right, it was 2, wasn't it?
She knows Corey.
Yeah.
Though her and Corey only recently met.
Yeah.
And she grew up in Tokyo, Japan, and is a crossover character.
Yep.
Fun fact.
No, we don't need to get into that. We don't need to get into those details.
Yeah, we basically just need enough for people to kind of understand the context.
That's why I didn't say what she was a crossover of. I just said she was a crossover character.
Because the crossover is more background information anyway.
Yep. So whose Digimon partner will you be playing?
I will be playing Kunmon, Corey's partner.
For those who aren't encyclopedic knowledge of Digimon, this is the kind of Digimon's answer to Weedle, really. Just angrier. Much more angry. It is an angry...
but I think he's cute. He's not an angry bug.
The thing,
I mean,
he
is
has,
an angry bug, but...
He has the angry eyebrows, even. Like, he is angry Weedle.
Well...
Except those aren't really our eyebrows,
still
those
think
are
he's
eyes.
Either way, they're angry.
Anyway.
Mistral,
Anyway.
whose partner will you be playing?
I'll be, playing Tawny, his partner, Piran.
Tefirmon, or if you're more familiar with the sub-names, Bakumon is a taper ghost Digimon.
If anybody remembers...
Why am I describing their appearances?
I was about to say, the pictures are up there.
We have art for this reason.
do have art for this reason. But for those of you who remember Frontier, Tapirmon or Bakuman was a mini plot point in one of the episodes.
Monster of the week.
Yeah, that. Excuse me.
All right.
Anywho, my turn, I guess.
Yeah.
I will be playing Travis's Digimon, Vorvomon, angry little stone dragon.
All right. And Rad, who will you be playing the partner of?
I'll be playing Kendall's partner Doramon, which is apparently the devoted. Just seems like a nice Digimon, and that's like sort of the long and short of it.
He's helpful and wants to be
To be
successful, but he does not that anyone's ever successful at being successful. That sounded weird now that I said it out loud.
It's open for debate whether he's a squirrel or a wolf.
Fight me! I said it was a fact.
He's a squirrel.
Squirrel dragon.
Squirrel.
Anyways, that will make more sense once I actually get up the character creation sessions, which will eventually go up also on our YouTube. So, all right. But with that, with character introduction out of the way, what happened in the part that you didn't see leading up to this, unless you are following us on YouTube, and which you may have seen some of this, but for various reasons, you've all ended up all four of them have ended up in a small town in England.
I forget the name of the town. We named it.
Yeah, we named it, but I cannot remember it.
It's like an
We'll
actual.
have to go. That's okay. We'll have to go through the old footage, and someone will have to write it down. So
It might have been. It might also have been posted in.
It's on Discord.
Yeah.
I'm finding it.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Discord
like
of
you all
things.
kind of arrived independently of you, but as soon as you arrived, like shortly after you arrived, or maybe not shortly after, shortly after you all arrived, a Meramon appeared and started basically free running through town, leaving a trail of fiery destruction. Like not like, oh god, the town's on fire, fiery destruction, but like vandalism. Oh god, I forgot about that one. Oh boy. Anyways, sorry, just saw art on her screen there.
Distractions.
Together you guys overcame him, but
Why'd you smack my hand?
I didn't try to. That was me.
Okay.
I was just gesturing it.
No, that was like a, hey, pay attention. I'm like, pay attention to what?
Together you managed to beat the thing, though, as Tawny learned, even with dousing your hands with water, punching fire is not always the best choice of action, so she actually ended up in the hospital. But you guys were blamed for the...
Clovelly is the town.
Clovelly, thank you.
Clovelly.
Clovelly. Very, very British.
Oh, we are in a British town, so.
They
Yes.
Harbour Village
Yeah, anyways...
in Devon.
Yeah, we're doing a fictionalized version of it, so...
Yeah.
Because I don't need to care about geography. Anyways. But you guys got...
Right.
Yeah, so basically you discovered that in this town, people can't perceive Digimon at all. Like, they just don't notice them. And you guys got blamed for the arson that Meramon caused. And had to do kind of clean up the town and such. Eventually leading you guys to be sent to help with a couple of researchers at the local museum. Because they didn't want you trying to restore priceless ancient artifacts. And then you end up with stuff like that one painting that someone decided to restore that looks... Well, you know, the one that went viral.
Questionable?
Like, a couple of years back.
I don't remember that, but that's not important.
Me
Yeah.
either.
Either way, eventually you discover that these researchers are actually... Like, they claim they're just using it to investigate a local town landmark called the Pendragon's Barrow. But... in actuality, they're investigating the strange properties of the town that have caused monsters to appear, and for no one to notice that they're actually there. You guys end up, after explaining, like, they can kind of see them with special setup and everything, you guys went out to kind of try out some new investigations. Also, unless they are... So right now it only seems like kids with Digimon themselves can normally see them. So, but you guys ended up on going out to Pendragon's Barrow, and shortly after there, a rift opened, and out came a Digimon known as Gladimon, which is basically a small head in like gladiator armor with 2 fencing foils, who shouted the most stereotypical knight stuff at you and challenged you to battle.
What Digimon
So
was it?
rude.
Gladimon.
What is it?
He's
Gladimon?
a little orb with
Gladimon?
armor.
Gladimon. He looks like he's the champion of Nightmon.
Gladimon. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a picture of him in the Discord.
Yeah, I see that now. I was just trying to figure out for my notes.
Yep, that's fine.
Aha! Understood.
Yeah. So, with that out of the way,
Please
we
do.
open up on this.
Yeah.
The scene kind of
I'm trying
open.
to remember, did everybody fight Gladimon, or was it just one
We
of
haven't
them?
fought.
We
you
haven't
have-
fought him yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
right.
really
Just-
appeared.
Yeah, he
Down.
just appeared. We
It just happened to be a month since then.
Yeah, we
Because
were
of
just
various
getting-
things and storms.
He's
and
like Matt, who's been running
Entire-
across the fields for like 2 months.
Yeah, we were
Ugh.
just getting set up on that field, whoever we were researching, when Gladimon just like, sup.
Hark,
I know
forsooth!
that it-
Yeah,
You are
that-
trespassing on the lands of my liege!
yeah, that.
I know I definitely dropped a hark forsooth on that one, because he is so extra.
He's that stereotypical knight.
But yeah, as he is suddenly behind him, you see the rift that he came through, widening, and you see a medieval-looking castle like looming behind him.
Okay.
Okay. Where'd that come from?
The rift that he
the digital
came
world,
like,
probably.
that-
from.
Seen weirder things.
Yeah, I don't know if that was in character or not, but
Please tell me that was in character.
Travis isn't comfortable enough to be like
Fair enough.
to do that.
Probably the digital world, where I have
we
never
could say
been.
Doromon could said that.
He would be that snarky.
Mhm.
1 second here. I forgot to do I did like so much research for this a month ago.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've gotten on.
February was hard on both my games here, as Red and Crystalline can attest.
Yes.
February was kind of hard on all of us because our next game session was supposed to land on, Valentine's Day, and that was a whole can of worms. And
Okay, yeah. And he kind of raises his arms up and says, "Squires, come forth and help defend the fief." And a bunch of
Really?
Kotemon start. A handful of Kotemon kind of.
Pokemon?
They're the little Kendo Digimon.
Okay.
those things, oh my god.
I love those
I know.
things.
what you
They're
are.
so
I mean,
cute.
they're
actually
cute.
I actually do remember those, but that's from a different reason.
Those things are adorable.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
I
can just
love
show. I
them.
can.
They're so cute.
I like it. What do you do? They are the Kotemon are rushing at you at the behest of this Night Gladiator, I guess.
There's nothing we can do to help it. We gotta.
This is very ironic, seeing as Tawny actually is in Kendo.
Yeah, but do you have a kendo sword on you right now?
Probably not on me.
No, but she is a dirty street fighter, so she probably will take one of theirs and start beating them up with it.
Or I'll
Honestly,
just pick up a stick off the ground.
Are there trees?
Tawny, that's a stick.
I can see Corey saying that.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Oh.
sorry.
Well,
moving
Corey
on.
would just be, it'd be like, we really don't have to fight them. We can reason with them.
Oh, really? You want to
And
reason with them while they're
standing
beating the crap
between
out of
them.
us?
Okay, so
Yeah,
Corey
you're
kind of
gonna
moves
try
forward.
No, this is not gonna work. Someone's
Yeah.
gotta protect the bean. I guess it's gonna be me.
Yeah, unfortunately, this would under certain circumstances you would normally be trying to trigger the move, change your mind. However, the trigger for change your mind is when you try to change their mind from a position of strength or authority. You kind of are lacking both right now. So, the Kotemon are going to kind of rush at you. So, what does Kunmon do to protect their hopelessly idealistic partner?
Huh. Trying to get in the Kunmon headspace. I was not prepared for this.
Like you say, you're more. Like right now, we're just like either one of you can kind of say the actions because in fights that you're kind of supposed to be working in tandem.
Yeah.
Except for the paradox here.
Well, it's a thing.
You should have expected
I
it. You know what Corey's like.
I know.
We knew what Corey was gonna do right off the bat.
We know what we were going in here. I was explaining the assumptions, and then there's of course the exception to the assumption.
Yeah, true.
Well, and I had meant to sit down with Anna and discuss like Digimon personalities and all that stuff. But
yeah, we can talk a little on that post game.
Yeah.
Try to get that.
Yeah, well,
either one of you can say like.
What does Kunmon do to protect Corey? Pretty much.
Probably just jumps in front of him.
Yeah, he would.
Just jumps in front of him like, okay.
Well, the
he's an
Digimon are
idiot.
there to protect their tamers, so...
So he's like, he's an idiot,
Kunmon
but...
standing there doing nothing would seem kind of unusual.
Yeah, he's gonna jump in front of him.
Okay, so you're trying to protect...
I better pull up the DigiWiki so I can see what kind of attacks Kunmon
So are you
has.
attacking, or are you just trying to protect Corey?
Just a second. I can tell you in a minute.
Okay.
Probably will attack. I'm just...
Well, while Kunmon is looking up attacks, is there any chance that Kendallin can try and get Corey out of the way? Because she thinks this is a dumb idea, and Corey's gonna get himself trampled.
Yeah, what we're gonna do is that you're definitely trying to meddle here. So, roll plus... when you interfere with an action, roll plus beacon.
Oh good, my beacon is one of my highest... one of my... Remind me how to roll again?
When you click it, it should pull up and just, like, I think you're supposed to click the roll button.
Roll now.
Yeah.
What is it? Am I supposed to roll one or two die for this?
2 dice. It's supposed to be 2 dice. 2d6.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it already rolled. I saw you got a 9.
Okay. I'm
Right, gonna
relearning
use-
this because it's
like-
been a minute.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It should automatically, when you click the roll thing and on the... We're using playroll.com for our digital sheets for this. I backed on Kickstarter. It has a really robust character sheet creator, which is ideal for a playtest because shit be changing, yo.
Yes.
Also, PG-13, sorry.
Swearing will be kept to a minimum.
It'll be a minimum, at least the heavier swearing, like...
We won't get into that.
We already had
Okay,
plans
we're all
on bleeping Tawny.
Well, we're doing this live now, no longer recording it, so we can't just bleep.
Well, yeah.
We can't.
We'll excuse character stuff, because that's...
Anyways, so...
Anyway,
Alright.
I rolled a 9, so...
Alright, so, versus an NPC. On a hit, you stop them. So, you stop, Corey from standing in... Because Corey's not rolling, so I'm gonna say you're trying to stop the Kotemon from beating the snot out of Corey.
Oh, so I'm standing in front of him then. Okay,
On a
this is
7
fine.
to 9, you leave yourself exposed.
Oh, shit. Oh, language, sorry.
That's fine. That's, like, shit and ass are, like, I find that perfectly fine within the PG-13.
Okay.
It's the heavier swears, like, the F-bomb
No, I
and such.
understand. Yeah. I mean, Kendallin does know how to, fight, but I don't think that would apply in this situation because it's, leave yourself exposed. Am I
Yeah,
right?
Well, I mean, actually, you know what? I'm going to say you find yourself in a hard position. You're going to... Where did I put... Seriously not have that to this. Yep, I didn't add
I
it
just
to
had that one tag, right?
Yeah, the one tag is just your powers. Oh, fudge, we forgot to update those.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we'll do that right now because I forgot there was a rule change and we needed to update your partners.
Yeah, I switched mine over.
Okay, you two switched?
I switched over, yeah.
Okay.
Well, and mine I had to do a new sheet for anyway, so.
Okay. Yeah, basically
I think I got 1 or 2 questions I still need to fill out, but I will do that in post game.
Yeah, that's
I got my questions.
Yeah, that's backstory. I just care about the tags are the only ones that matter mechanically speaking.
Yeah, I think mine's all up to date.
Yeah.
But again, I had to do a new sheet for.
Yeah. Because I overhauled the tags is the.
Mm-hmm. I just had that one tag, right?
Then you just have one.
Okay, the Sacred Blessings.
Yep. And that's more to just kind of describe your power set. Okay, how do I get to other people's character sheet now? Because it's not doing it. Okay, Alright, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about it right now. I'll just worry about. We'll worry about the tags. Like we know what they can do. We're not gonna worry about the tag mechanics right now. For this, we're just gonna play it slow in this session. Anyways, you're gonna trigger the stress move, which unfortunately is the one move I forgot to put in your guys' basic move reference because technically it's not a basic move, but it is. So, 1 second while I quick pull up my document on that. It's amazing how much the longer it is between things, the less prepared you become.
It happens.
Okay, condition move. Get stressed out. Basically, you're able to fend them. You're kind of able to kind of weather the blows enough to get to get Corey out of the way, but you kind of get stressed. So you're getting stressed out. When you have to deal with more than you can handle, choose one. If you choose an option that is marked harsh, you also mark resolve. Your options are: it messes you up. Mark a condition, then either drain a tag on your partner or mark a second condition. You lash out, burning bridges, break your ties to another character, or try to change their mind in a harmful way. You slip up, making the situation worse. Now, the next 3 are going to be your harsh options. These are worse for you, but you get to mark resolve, which lets you eventually do your unleash potential move. They are choose 2 non-harsh options, remove yourself and your partner from the scene, or lose control of your partner, resulting in disaster.
Oh, my partner's not involved at the moment, otherwise I probably would have gone with that one. So I'm gonna go with the 3rd option of the non-harsh ones. What was that again?
You slip up, making the situation worse.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best one to go with.
Okay. So as you kind of how did you try to get Corey out of the way? Did you try to do tackle?
No, I'm not that mean.
Just try to grab him.
It'd be kind of a, push him out of the way, but it was supposed to start off as a, let's just go over here, and it ends up pushing him, and she ends up on the ground. I don't know, something like that.
I know how this situation gets worse.
Oh no.
You push. You didn't think about where you weren't looking so much about where you were pushing Corey. You push Corey into the rift.
Thanks.
Right next to Gladimon.
I didn't mean it. I thought that the mixed situation worse was going to involve me, not Corey.
Nope. That's how I want this situation to get worse.
Ouch. Now I feel bad.
Travis, what you just witnessed? You see this I'm gonna say it's a group of like 3 little kendo wielding reptile men, I guess is the best way to describe them. Charging forward at one of your newfound compatriots, and got shoved out of the way. But now they are still Ken managed to get them out of the way, but they're still menacing. Now they're menacing at Ken. What do you do?
Travis doesn't exactly know what's going on, but there's a little bit of of a pointing at the monsters, like, we gotta go get this.
Yeah.
As he's been in 2 fights, which is, to be honest, a non-zero number of fights, but in character I've been in no fights, so
That's fair.
sort of pointing and like, let's blast him.
Alright.
So he's a little panicked at the moment.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so
But something did happen to spur him forward, like, other than just be like, so he has to react, so he does, it's just not confidently.
yeah.
Right.
Alright. So what does Vorvamon do on your orders here? There's like in fights you kind of like the other player controlling you is more for the RP side of things, like role playing conversation.
Well, Vorvamon absolutely knows what it is to blast and smash things, so he's like, yes.
I feel like Vorvomon would be very enthusiastically being like,
yes, be like, yes,
I will do this for you.
Yes.
All right,
this
boss.
Is familiar. Let's do it.
Yeah, pretty much you got it, boss. I'll blast him for you.
I really do like the concept of Vorvamon always referring to Travis as boss.
That was my plan.
Okay.
Like, I really like it, especially more because Travis, like, if it was like you were playing the Maverick, okay, yeah, it makes sense because that's literally what they did with the dub of the person who inspired the Maverick playbook. But when it's this uncertain person being called boss, I just love the.
Wait, who inspired the thing?
Marcus from Digimon Savers.
Okay.
It's not.
Yeah, and the dub
I actually did see Savers, so I know what you mean. Yes, I recall this now.
Yeah, but I really like it with the adrift, and it's like I like the conflict of like I'm not in charge here. I don't know what I'm doing.
Right. Okay.
All right, but you're gonna go because you're going because your partner's going to flame, burn, and smash. You're going to go toe to toe.
That's right. We're going toe to toe.
So
I don't have.
I'm reading it off here.
Plus my fire, which is 1, so I can do that.
I'm gonna read off the move while you roll it. When your partner fights on even footing, roll plus fire. So I'll read the rest after you roll.
I did. It's 10. That's a success.
All right.
Nice.
On a 10 plus, either choose 2 while your opposition chooses 1, or give them an ultimatum. If they accept and you cease the fight for now, gain a tie with them. Otherwise, they mark a condition and choose 1.
Okay.
So your options are.
I should have this pulled up somewhere.
I think they're on the character sheets too.
Type related.
He's not using the roll. He didn't want to.
No. Like isn't it on the PDFs?
No, it's not.
There's a PDF that has this information, I think.
The PDFs I haven't gotten around to updating those yet since I did that.
Maybe not the PDF.
The Google Doc is up to date though.
Okay.
Oh,
where's the Google Docs? Hold on.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to pull this up. No, not the errata. Here come. No, that's errata. I don't want the errata. I want the regular books.
Also, I'm going to be nice and I'm going to because it's probably get reference. I'm going to post the Get Stressed move to the Discord for easy reference.
Okay.
Not a bad idea.
All right, Champions Bond V2. We got basic moves. Here we go. I'm gonna put this in my marks. Go toe to toe. Blah blah blah. All right.
Anyways, the
All right,
option.
you either choose 2 where your opponent chooses opposite, or give them ultimatum. I feel like ultimatum is not the way that Travis would be thinking to handle this right now.
All right.
If that makes sense. Like,
Yep.
like Travis does not think about this and like, oh, I will take control of this situation, and neither will Vorvomon. So
Okay.
let's see now. So, okay, with that, I choose 2, and while my opposition chooses 1, I'm going to take control of the situation and make a mark on my opposition, which the condition will be they're on fire.
I mean, it's supposed to be the same emotional conditions, but yeah. That's
Emotional conditions. Excuse me. Okay. Probably not that then. I guess I could.
Emotional status on fire.
Emotional status on fire. I don't know what the emotional statuses are.
It's the
There's
same
also kind of a
conditions
group
you
of
have.
people, so creating an opportunity for your allies seems more likely then in this case.
Yeah, well, it's the same conditions you can mark: afraid, angry, guilty, hopeless, insecure.
I could make them afraid. Yeah, there we go. Easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that would work.
Yeah. Afraid. There we
Because
go.
he already seemed a little freaked out to begin with, when he was kind of telling Vorvomon, "Yeah,
No,
attack
he's
him."
making them afraid.
I'm making them afraid. They get to pick one. They could potentially also make me afraid. We could both be afraid, but
Okay, I get it.
I'm making them afraid in this case.
Fine.
All right. So
Fine,
what you?
I
So
understand.
all right, and I'm gonna think here and like. So what were your 2 options? What was you made a mark, and what was the other option you chose?
Take control of the situation, which is that I'm gonna stop them from being able to attack.
Okay.
Now Vorvomon is between them and Ken at least, and stopping them from doing that. And there's probably fire that makes them not want to attack. Kind of dovetails with the afraid part.
Yep. All right. Yeah.
I tell you what, though, Ken would definitely be impressed with that.
All right. So yeah, as he kind of just ran, kind of just like full headbutt, fire breathing, just kind of just like.
Yep.
I part of me like this doesn't happen, but my brain is picturing it, so I have to disclose it. I picture like he does he flaps he does a little flap air and just kind of belly flops on one of them. So you take one of them just out. One of them is just like it's down to they're down to 2 up, and that's kind of what kind of makes them afraid. But what I
think that's adorable.
Is actually I do feel like marking afraid is appropriate. Not because like I wouldn't mark insecure because he did what you wanted to do. He actually did, but again you flash back to kind of the things that had happened before you moved to this town, like where you saw like you did see some like destruction, and like you're just reminded by seeing like how effortlessly he dispatches these things, how dangerous these things can be. So you go ahead and mark afraid.
I mean, if I I don't know where to mark. I guess I'm just taking it on my own thing. So I just mark it in my character somewhere. But
if you have a sheet printed, you can always mark it there. I guess.
Yeah. Anyways, while you are afraid, you take -2 on going to go toe-to-toe or to wonder. You can clear afraid by running away from something difficult.
Okay.
So,
which is always a possibility right now.
So yeah, you kind of get them locked up. So Tawny, the person you saved once before back in America, he's now being menaced by that self-assured gladiator. What do you do?
I'm sorry.
I think she just kind of sighs and rolls her eyes. And then...
I can do anything to help?
Oh no, she will. She will.
She just doesn't want to.
I know she doesn't want to.
So, she's going to, punch it.
Alright, so you run in and you punch it.
Punching Gladimon.
Gladimon, yeah.
Okay.
I can English. I promise.
Alright, now normally we would trigger your punch it up move, but unfortunately you're not really leveraging your advantage. You really don't have you're not leveraging an advantage right now.
No, I'm just dealing with it myself.
Yep, so, but we're gonna have you instead, you're gonna roll to overcome adversity.
Okay.
When you try to handle a risky situation, roll plus shield. Switch over to your main sheet. There will be rollers.
Oh, whoops.
So you can just click on the plus on the shield. The +1 on the shield. And then click roll.
Four.
Wow.
Yeah.
Off.
That's a
Yikes.
miss.
Oof. Yeah, that is a miss.
Okay, as you ring back and give him a mighty haymaker, and ow! It's metal! That hurts!
So that's twice you've hurt yourself.
Thankfully it wasn't with the,
At least it wasn't fire this time.
it wasn't with the, burned hand, because you're not stupid.
Yeah.
True. True.
But
But now both your
this-
hands are messed up, so...
But you're just like,
I still have feet. Gah! I still have feet. I can still kick.
You still have feet. There's still random objects.
You got your head.
Like, even as much as that hurt, because, like, you figured, okay, he's a big thing, he's a champion, this is gonna probably hurt,
She'd
but,
totally be the one to wear, like, steel-toed boots.
yeah, but, it's like, you know what, no, I'm gonna still punch this guy, and he's gonna feel it just as much as I am. He doesn't flinch.
Yeah.
So, and it's like,
I mean...
that is getting in your head a little bit. Mark insecure. As,
Oops.
you're just like, it's like you're not letting anyone see it, but inside you're a little like, wait, that didn't work? That didn't do anything?
Do I still have Angry March? Am I supposed to still have Angry March?
You shouldn't. Wasn't Angry
Clear-
Mark from the...
That was back
Yeah.
from the first game, so clear it. Go ahead and clear that angry.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you want to have angry marks, you're welcome to mark it.
I'm gonna have it marked more often than I need to, so...
Well, that is your character, that's the thing.
Anyways, when you're insecure, you take -2 on going to overcome adversity. You can clear insecure by taking foolhardy action without consulting your team.
Well, she will do
irony.
that.
Irony will be there.
She will do that.
It's great.
Well, I mean, you're not gonna be able to do that now, but soon probably.
We'll be able to do
Next-
it later.
Yeah, and remember when you do a condition to clear, when you do the what you need to clear a condition, it will be cleared after the current scene. So you can't do it in the middle of this fight, for example.
Yeah.
Like you can trigger it, but that means once the dust settles, then we'll kind of go through and clear out all our conditions there.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably do
No, that
something to
makes sense.
trigger it during this, because it's tawny.
Yeah, so.
It is tawny.
But
Even without having insecure marks, she'd still do it.
Moving,
Yep.
moving on. What's next?
Alright, so
Sorry, I'm excited.
as the Gladimon turns to you, and it's like, "Oh ho! A fellow warrior strikes forth! Very well, prepare to engage in battle!"
Okay, might I request to do something?
Yes?
Because I feel like Ken would be watching this. And
Yeah,
be
if you
like-
have something you want to do, tell me. Go
Okay,
ahead.
because Ken would be watching this saying, "This girl's an idiot. Doromon, go get him."
You put
So
sense in
Doromon
this?
would probably
Yes, I did.
attack
What? So what'd you put
Gladimon.
in it?
It's called like Rainbow. It's supposed to be a very clean smelling. They didn't have lavender, so.
Smells really good.
Anyways,
Anyway,
Sorry.
I'm gonna have.
Sorry.
No, it's good.
I'm
it's
just
good.
sitting here smelling my new Dragonite.
how does Doromon attack?
Trying to remember his attack moves. I think he's going to use one of his breath attacks,
Okay.
which I believe is metal something. Hold up.
Metal shot, I think it is, if I remember correctly.
I think it is metal shot, but I'm not sure. It would take me just a quick minute to look it up.
Yeah.
Metal cannon.
Okay. Either way, you're firing a cannonball at this guy.
Pretty much.
You came in like a cannonball.
Oh god.
No. Do not.
With
God.
wrecking ball.
Okay, but unfortunately, you are a rookie fighting a champion. So this is going to be you're not fighting enough on even footing to go toe to toe. So you're going to instead be trying to overcome adversity.
Okay. And overcome adversity is roll against shield.
Yep.
If I could find my shield. Roll. 8.
Okay. All right.
Don't
Now I
know
get to
what-
rest. This time I actually get to read the rest of overcome adversity because it wasn't a miss. Oh, remember, because you missed, mark experience.
Oh yeah. How do I mark experience?
Scroll down. Scroll. There, actually, if you go to the sidebar, there should be a advanced section.
Working on it.
Advances, there it is. And there's your experience track. So you just click on not the tier, the one above it. Yep. So there you go. Okay. Anyways, overcome adversity.
Nope.
On a hit, you overcome the danger or
Should
the obstacle.
tier even be marked on here?
Yeah, you start off at tier 1. Everyone starts off at tier 1.
Okay.
On a hit, you overcome the danger or obstacle. On a 7 to 9, the MC will tell you how your victory is temporary or costly. So
Well, I didn't exactly think Duromon was going to take down a champion level Digimon without digivolving.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you know, it just fires. I am picturing this as a giant cannonball, so like just
no, that's fine.
And it's just like
I'm kind of under the impression that because you had a move for fighting on thing, you would have a move for fighting unequal opponents, like people who are higher than you, which is a much more limited
Honey,
set of things.
Make sure you don't step on my cord. It's very sensitive.
Sorry. Yeah, it's basically the idea is that you're not actually fighting. You're basically trying to buy yourself time or get away, kind of thing. Most of the time when you're fighting outclassed.
Right.
So that's why it defaults to overcome adversity.
Right, but overcome adversity. Anyway, I don't know because I don't like.
I mean, it makes sense that it ends up defaulting to overcome adversity because it is overcome adversity is more fighting on unequal terms.
Yeah, you're not.
At least the way I'm seeing it.
Like but I guess maybe this is the right time to talk about it anyway. Okay.
No. It's fine to talk about this because this is a playtest, so feedback on the side is good.
Well, the real thing is that overcome adversity, like on overcome adversity, it says, what do? If you succeed, it says overcome the danger or obstacle. Okay, so I overcame the champion Digimon. Well, you can't overcome the champion Digimon. You can't fight him on equal terms. But it says I overcome it.
You uncover like the threat of attack right now. Like usually like you evade their attack or you create an you manage to escape.
I understand the purpose of it, but that's not really what the text says.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Kind of.
Yeah, I can understand. Yeah, so I will definitely like ruminate on that. And try to figure out what's the best solution. Like, what's the best solution and about where it needs to go from there. Like I say, I am trying to limit the amount of massive edits. The last one I just did because we literally had a month, and I realized there was a lot of things that were nagging me problem-wise. Sure. Yeah, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna add that to my consideration list. Like,
it's also possible that like this could be GM direction and not a and not a hard and fast rule that like if you attack on this, you should use this move, and the resolution of it should be escaping or delaying. You know. Yeah. There could be GM direction rather than just like, oh well, we got to make a new move or change what this move says.
Yeah. Yep, no.
I guess that makes sense.
That's fair. So yeah. So, anyways, you hit him with a blast. Like it again, does not scratch him like you're outclassed, but you do knock him back enough to make sure to not have a tawny kebab.
What about Corey? He's over there.
Corey's been kind of just laying on the ground and just like, what is going on? Why am I in a castle?
I'm sorry, Corey.
So, what is Corey going to do right now? Because you just saw the thing fight at... What is Corey or Kunamon going to do? Because very different opinions there.
I mean, either way, they would both try to stop him from attacking. They would just try to use different methods.
Okay, well, right now, what do you say to Gladimon, I guess, is the biggest thing. Because this guy is acting like the most stereotypical knight. Like, he must have been made from the data of some really bad scripts for a medieval from some sort of medieval thing, show or movie, stage
All of
play.
the above.
Stage. It's probably a stage play.
Shakespeare stage play.
Someone tried to rewrite Shakespeare poorly.
Badly. Very badly.
So, either way. So what do you say?
Probably ask him what he's actually fighting for.
Oh, that triggers a move.
Nice call.
When you you kind of just like, what are you like you say you just shout what are you fighting for? And when you try to see what's beneath the surface of someone, roll plus anchor because you're trying to dig deeper.
Nice call.
Do we have a guest kitten?
Probably. Okay.
Is it Lucy?
Probably.
It's either Lucy or Tabitha.
Yeah, it's
I think.
Lucy.
Is it D6?
If you click on your anchor on the roll sheet, it will pull up. It'll automatically set up the roller.
It's Willow.
Got a 9 there. It looks like.
Not a bad roll.
So.
Mm.
Alright, on a hit, ask them 2 questions from the following. On a 7 to 9, they may ask you 1 question as well. So your questions you can ask are, what do you care about here? What do you want me to do? What are you planning on? How do you feel about blank? Or how can I get you to blank? You can ask 2 of those questions.
Mm.
Probably, what do you care about here, and how can I get you to stop?
Okay.
I knew you were gonna go with that last one.
Oh, I knew that too. I was actually already planning on that one. But, no, this is actually perfectly, because his response is, what are you... I fight for the honor of my lord. You are invaders upon his fiefdom. And as an honorable knight of his, I will not cease until his kingdom is safe. So, your answers are... what do you care about here? He cares about defending the castle. Mm-hmm. How can you get him to stop? Appeal to it. Figure out a way to appeal to his sense of honor.
Oh, okay. Or we could just leave.
But we kind of like. So what do you do? Because you get your answer, so that's going to lead to action. Like, if you want some suggestions of like things that my brain comes to when you're trying to think of them, is either you can try to attempt to invoke an art like the time honored tradition of parlay, or which may require you to attempt to roll to change his mind, or you could try to challenge him to a one-on-one duel, and at least you'll still be fighting, but instead of a big massive brawl that's going on right now, have a focused, more structured encounter. I'm just giving you
no
those.
one would necessarily die.
I don't know if you can die in this game.
Die.
There's the threat of it, but narrative, it's like watching Digimon. You don't expect any of the human kids to get crushed in a meat grinder. Right. Like, even if they put a meat grinder
the
in their...
Digimon can turn into Digi-eggs. That counts, right?
Yeah.
one of the things, yeah, because one of the things I noticed pretty clearly is that like there's no you do damage option when you actually fight them. You just sort of have to hope that they back down if you keep doing a good job
Attacking
hitting
them long enough.
If you have to mark a condition and all your conditions are marked, you must flee, remove yourself from the situation, be knocked unconscious, whatever.
Okay.
Fair enough.
That's definitely something
God.
I am going to need to remember to add to the rulebook, the conditions file, because I just realized like I'm so used to that, because that conditions are pretty much taken verbatim from masks. So I just realized like that's something I need to spell out.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that, so.
Yeah, basically, if you're full on conditions and you need to mark another, you have to leave. You're taken out.
Given it's an honor thing, I think he'd offer a one-on-one duel.
Okay.
Oh, this would be interesting.
All right. So, just how does that look? Like how does Corey grab a glove from somewhere and slap him across the face?
Well, he wears gloves.
Oh my god!
Oh shit!
Oh, sorry. Sorry for the technical malfunction there.
The problem was I got excited.
Yeah, that was sorry.
No, that's great. That's great. I mean, do you want to use Ken's jacket? She'll take it off for you.
Sure.
You need to get your video back on.
Okay.
Because otherwise, our video is put at a weird point.
We're good.
So, okay.
I love this. This is great.
Analog malfunction here.
We're fine. It's back.
So you take off one of your gloves and do the stereotypical cartoon, slap him across the face, and say, "I challenge you."
Oh, please tell me he does. Please.
Yeah, because the fact is, yes, he's a pacifist, but it's a thing of this is a matter of honor. It's
Aha.
this is
So is the honor. So
this is a way through of no one has to die.
Yep. Okay. So
okay.
yeah, you just.
So his sense of honor sits higher than his pacifism.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Okay. So you kind of. So you just walk up and slap, and what do you say? Just so I can bounce off of it.
Wait, hold on. Do you actually slap him? That's the question.
Yeah, probably slap him across the face with a glove.
Entertained.
What do you say? Do you just slap him and say nothing, or do you? Sorry, I just want to.
Say, I'll, challenge you for your honor.
Okay, and he's just like.
Do a slap.
He's just like.
Sorry.
He's like. You challenge me to a duel for the honor. Do you challenge me yourself, or do you challenge my champion? Title drop.
Not really. Bond wasn't used in there.
This is the reason why the game is called Champions Bond, because trial by champion is.
Said the name of the game. I'm not a nerd, I promise.
So that's what he says to you. Do you are you to fight me yourself, or are you intending to fight by champion? Challenge me by champion.
Yeah. I'll fight by champion.
Okay.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
Very well. Very well. I accept your challenge. Though I will request that your compatriots also cease menacing my squires. Oh dear.
You attacked us first.
Forsooth, he squished yet another one. Hawk squires, retreat!
Yeah, Ken
Does
definitely shouts that you attacked us.
Does Vorvomon let the squires retreat?
He's sitting on one, though. Does Vorvomon get off the poor little squire?
Travis indicates, like, come on, let's go.
Yes, boss.
Everyone's like,
Yes, boss. I'll get off of him. Vorpomon will just sort of
He just kind of scurries
hop off
back.
the squire and kind of return to Travis's side.
The Kotamon kind of does the afraid backwards scoot across the ground before he eventually flips up and starts running back to the castle.
Yeah, so what I imagine once Vorpomon jumps off of the squire and comes back to Travis's side is he kind of plops his butt in the dirt and then ploop, he lays down. Kind of like a "aw, I wanted to fight more" type of thing.
All right, so he kind of
Travis considers like patting him, but doesn't. Like probably looks like reaches the hand out and then kind of stops.
Aww.
I mean,
I don't think
Vorpomon.
I don't think Vorpomon would just remembering what we discussed with the character. I feel like Vorpomon wouldn't be too upset about that, but he'd kind of be like,
I was kind of going for the like it's behind him, and so he tries to do it on that, but
yeah. But if Vorpomon did see it, he wouldn't be bothered by it, but it'd kind of be like a, oh man, I didn't get pats. What the heck?
I mean, maybe, but it's also possible that like that's not even on his list of priorities.
That's why it's more of a what the heck instead of a full on why didn't you give me head pats?
Yeah, but like that is a beautiful emotional beat. Like I really like that.
It's cute. I love it.
But yeah, so you see Gladimon just kind of swing his rapiers and kind of mark in like a fury of blades, and suddenly there is it kind of pans out with a dung. You see a giant circle with like two starting lines, and he stands at his foe and says, "Very well, choose